everyone, and welcome to another episode of Iron Paw Racing. As we're here in Bristol, Tennessee at the well-known Bristol Motor Speedway, which happens to be the shortest track on our schedule. Normally, I would say this would be hopefully a nice and clean race, but this will probably be like the most chaotic race we'll ever have. So we're probably going to have the most amount of crashes here, so be prepared for that. Like usual, I have some guests to bring on, but before that, let's meet some new drivers joining us in tonight's race. First off, we have Nosa in the number 9 car joining us. Stoffy flies along in the number 23 car. For our third driver, we have Lynn joining us in the number 14 car. And finally, we have Hitzit joining us in the number 10 car. Good luck to all you drivers tonight. I don't know why you decided to join this race, I'll be honest. Kind of a stupid decision, but hey, good luck. Don't crash. Now, I'd like to bring out our first interview guest for the night, the winner of the last race at Pocono Raceway, Conchi. Conchi, welcome in.
Thank you. It's an honor.
You were here at the very first pre-show we did. You kicked Nekoark.
Yeah.
We got a lawsuit for that. We covered it.
The charges were dropped.
Why did you do that?
Well, you know, they were allowed a lot of liberties that I was not afforded. Mainly alcohol and substances, but
I do remember you saying that Nekoark smelled like booze, and then you kicked Nekoark across the whole field and Nekoark blew up.
yeah, I would do it again. Honestly, it felt really good.
How are you feeling after your win?
Honestly, I'm really tired. I just got home from shooting another sponsored ad. You know how it is to be a top Iron Paw Racing winner. I didn't really even know it was a race. I thought it was just a training lap. I thought it was just a show, just for the cameras, basically. But it felt really good. Especially, you know, winning over the dogs.
So you weren't worried at all about Sea Dog passing you in that final turn and stealing your win?
I was really worried, to be honest, but not too much. It was fine. I had it all in control. I was just playing with him, I'll be honest. You know how dogs like to chase tails, right?
So I heard over the radio to your team that you wanted to relay a message to Sea Dog that said, "Just toying with you, dog." How are you toying with Sea Dog in the final parts of the race?
Well, I let him get ahead a little bit, just so he could, you know, sniff the victory as a dog would like to do, and then, you know, just snuff the whole thing out and just pass him immediately. You know, it was all planned. It was all charades, basically. It went according to the script, at least my script. I don't know what kind of script he was running, but not a very good one.
Obviously not getting second place for a second time.
Yeah. I mean, he is the second dog after you as well, so it all makes sense to me.
Who do you think is your biggest rival out there in Iron Paw Racing?
Well, it's Sea Dog, obviously. Did you see how hard he fought me? He didn't let go. Like, I was meant to win that whole race. Like, according to, you know, we didn't rig it or anything. I'm not going to admit that we rigged the whole race or anything, but for some reason he didn't want to, you know, let go. So I'm really going to keep my eye on him moving forward, because that was not fun.
What about any allies? Do you have any allies out there?
Well, I feel like David really had my back that race, considering, well, he had my back in the pit mostly, but he tried his best. I think that was like really what pushed me over, you know, the finish line, knowing that I think he might have took someone out. I'm not entirely sure. He probably took himself out, but I take one can get.
That would have been like the 4th race in a row that he crashed, but that's okay.
You know, one of us has to do it. One of us has to do the demolition derby role, right? He wasn't stepping up, so I think that's what David, you know, went all in that one.
How are you going to avoid all the wrecks in tonight's race?
You know, just stay ahead of the pack. Watch out for, you know, Rie and probably David as well. They really cannot drive. So I think it's just, as long as you try to keep, like, you know, at least 10 cars ahead or behind of them, you can see it coming, basically.
Do you find it ironic that the race car driver is the one crashing the most?
I think, yeah, that's actually really funny. Now that you mention it, I hadn't thought about that. Does he even know how to drive? Well, I obviously do.
True, that's why you won.
Yeah, and typing exclamation point boost at the correct time as well.
That is the most important part.
Yeah, you don't want to do it too early. You want to save it.
Do you think another cat will win tonight's race? Or is a dog gonna win?
No, dogs aren't winning. Has a dog ever won? I know it's the Iron Paw Racing, not Iron Claw, but it might need to rebrand at this point.
What is the meaning behind your car number? 73?
It's 37. It's just my lucky number. Get it right.
Another cat stole your number, actually.
What the fuck? I don't know how I won without my lucky number, I'll be honest.
How are you feeling about your car's performance? Are there any issues?
Yeah, it runs fine. It runs fine, and I have to address this like right now because I know it might come up. Like any allegations that I or any of the other cats out there on the track are trying to obtain, procure, research, install, approve of, look at, or even consider illicit, illegal, or otherwise banned engine or performance/body parts, they are completely unfounded, and you will never be able to prove that we wouldn't ever try anything like that. We made sure of that, and I refuse to answer any more questions without my lawyer present regarding the matter. Thank you very much.
Are you scared of anyone on the track?
Mostly Rie, I'll be honest, because I don't really know what team that cat is on. You can never trust them, really.
But Rie has calmed down the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, that's what scares me the most, because something big is coming up. Something big is coming up, like I'm telling you. You don't stay that calm for that long without planning something big, right?
On the topic of Rie, do you think we should find people who purposely cause wrecks?
No, that would be silly. I mean, as long as they don't wreck me. Yeah, you should. As long as they, avoid my car, because I like my car, and I do like winning. And let's be honest. I think the ratings would go up if you did that. No one watches NASCAR for the race. No one does. Everyone watches it for the accidents, for the wrecks. You probably should try to get more of those people.
So you're saying we should have like a destruction derby?
Of course, yeah. Well, I mean, that would be the pure entertainment from start to finish. Like, everyone would love that, and I think a lot of people have pent up like frustrations and anger they would love to take out on other people on the track, which it causes like yellow flags and silly stuff like that normally. And in that case, they could just go ham. I think a lot of people would enjoy that. Yeah.
How many turns are on this track?
Oof. There might be two, at least two.
At least two.
Yeah. That's what I'm gonna train for, at least. Two left turns. Probably two. Yeah. I'm gonna. My final answer is two.
Final answer two. Good to know. Here's my final question for you. Are you winning tonight?
I mean, I've been getting a lot of offers for losing on purpose, just because the odds are really skewed since the last race. So it would be fun, but honestly, I don't really mind either way, because it's a win-win for me. So, but yeah, of course I'm winning. Of course, that or not a cat. Aura has been like really lagging behind, like for a lot of this. Like I expected more, but maybe now's the time to shine, because I know they can handle two left turns. Any more than that, and they get really confused. So this might be the one for them, actually.
Thank you for the interview. Do you have any additional comments?
You should bet on me for next race. Just so the odds get even more skewed. Trust me. You can trust me. I will win.
Thanks for that interview, Kanchi. Hopefully you'll do well in tonight's mess of a race. Now, I have a bit of an announcement regarding our schedule. We are changing the schedule for the final time, and we are extending the number of races a tiny bit as well. So let's look at the full schedule. As you can see, we have multiple changes to the schedule, and some new additions as well. We're also extending the schedule by a few days, going up to 13 races now, due to the fact that I can kind of get these out a little bit faster now. So, our next race will be at the Long Beach Street Circuit, our very first Midtown Street race. Race number 7 will now be the famous Indianapolis Motor Speedway, while race number 8 will be the Nürburgring, and also the start of the latter half of the season. As we move on to race 9, we have a new addition in the form of Atlanta Motor Speedway. And you'll notice at race 11, we moved Charlotte away from the finale race, instead replacing it with our new finale, Homestead Miami Speedway. However, I have a special treat for the upcoming Long Beach Street Circuit race. Please take a look at this. We will have a new sub-series inside Iron Paw Racing. I know that some of you drivers really enjoy crashing, so why not make a new series out of it? Before the next track at Long Beach, we will have a little mini destruction derby race, full of drivers who haven't won a race yet, only active drivers in this, and only one person can win all the points. The winner of this destruction derby will receive 30 points. It will definitely be a boost in the standings for sure. Again, only drivers who haven't won a race, and generally we're going to be picking the lower ranked drivers who have less points to kind of give them a little boost. So this is a good chance to catch back up to the higher ranked drivers in Iron Paw Racing. Everyone, please welcome the driver of the number 43 car, Popcorn. Popcorn, how you doing?
Hi, how's it going? I'm a little sleepy.
Well, you better wake up. You're about to race along the shortest track in the Iron Paw Series schedule.
I hope that means I can take a nap sooner.
Are you going to fall asleep at the wheel?
No, I'm gonna get first.
Your best place finish so far is 30th. How are you going to top that?
I was actually second place last race.
That's not true at all, actually. You got like 38th. So let me ask you, how do you feel about the competition here in Iron Paw Racing as a newcomer to the series?
I mean, it's pretty fierce because I couldn't pass up Pascal, who got first place last race.
That is not how it happened. I'm curious, do you consider yourself an expert at oval racetracks or perhaps road courses?
I like ovals.
Why is that?
They're round.
True, is that the only reason?
Yeah.
Is there any allies or rivals you have out there?
I'm looking to beat Pascal Cap in the next race.
Just Cap?
Just Cap.
So if you get 58th and Cap gets 59th, you'll be happy.
That's not gonna happen.
But would it make you happy?
Yes.
In the Auto Club Speedway race, you messed up on the final restart and went from like 5th to like 30th. What happened?
Well, I thought that was the victory lap.
How come you kept going then?
It was fun.
Can you name any of your pit crew members or your crew chief?
Actually, I do it all. I do all the work.
So you're jumping out of the car and changing the tires every single pit stall you do?
Yeah. You know how to change a tire?
How many turns are on this track?
0 turns.
There's not a singular turn on this track.
Yeah, it's just a line, isn't it? It's just a really long line.
How would you get back to the start?
Did you know the Earth is round?
What kind of engine is in your car tonight?
I don't know. I can only change tires.
Let me ask you something. Are you scared of tonight's race at all?
A little bit. It's because I practiced wrong.
The straight line strategy.
I'm gonna have to rely on my reflexes.
Cat reflexes, I see.
My cat-like reflexes.
And what if they fail you?
I might die.
Do you think another cat will win tonight, or perhaps a dog, or another type of animal?
Well, maybe not a cat, because I'm getting third. Unfortunately. I think Sarah's gonna win.
Sarah the owl? You think an owl's gonna win tonight? What makes you say that?
Because it can't be a dog.
Why is that?
Well, duh.
It's do you have any final comments or anything you want to say about tonight's race before you head out there?
Can everyone go easy on me?
Thanks for that interview, Popcorn. Hopefully you do well in tonight's race compared to the last two races. I believe we're getting ready for the race to start now, so let's go down to our special guest for the night to play our Iron Paw theme before the race starts. Everybody, it's Neko Arc time. I guess we're gonna start the race now. Good luck, everyone. Hello everyone, welcome back to Iron Paw Racing. Hope you enjoyed the little pre-show. How's everyone doing today? We're here at the shortest track on our schedule. I think it's barely half a mile long, and these cars are going to be going around these turns quite fast today. I believe the debris from the explosion has been cleared up, so I believe we will be starting very soon. How much is half a mile of baseball courts? Like 2. Looking back at all these cars all lined up. So many cars in this short little track. We got 4 newcomers in today's race too, as well. We'll get to see them in the starting grid soon. I'm looking at Karis here, who seems to have got the #1 spot for today's race, alongside Aura in the 73 car. Or 37. We're not sure. Looking up at Hitsip's car up ahead. A newcomer in the Iron Paw Racing. And here is the starting grid. We got Karis and Aura in row 1. Yanni and Spirit in row number 2 here. Rico and Lurky in row number 3. Rie and Soul on row 4. Row 5, we got Cap and Ina, a little bit of rivals. T-Dog and Dusty in row 6. Got a Fox and an Owl in row 7. Opcourt from the pre-show in row 8 alongside Ev. Got a Dog and a Cat in row 9. And 1 newcomer in row 10 as Nosa is here in row number 10. Chuko and Reddy in row 11. Looking further back at the row 12, David and Mubi. Row 13 has another newcomer, Lynn in the number 14 car. And looking back at the winner of the last race, Conchi in row number 14. Behind Conchi is Noella in row number 15 alongside Orleans. And another 2 winners in row 16 actually, Joe and Pasta. Going further back into the rows now. We can skip this row. Row 19, another newcomer. We got Staffy in row 19. Row 21, Ferrets and Maeve. And Hitsip in row 22 alongside NC. Going further and further back. Got Digital Basic in row 24 alongside Decaf. Bud and Yashi in row 25. a Snake and a Mew in row 26. The winner of the Watkins Glen race starting in row 28, far back this time. Caboose and Emaus in row 29, and row 30 is Deva. There will be bonus points if Ba ends up winning the race. I believe we will have a interview coming up. Or not an interview, a quick call to a driver. Before we start this chaotic mess of a race. So let's call that bear right now. Hey Caboose, Skydog here. Just wondering how you're gonna avoid the 30 possible wrecks tonight.
Want to know how I'm gonna avoid the inevitable? Definitely never on purpose wrecks this time around. Well, if you just let me show up in my beautiful, fully customized Actros Gigaspace truck, I just plow right through the competition. Think driving around this speedway is hard? Try managing 16 gears, 10 tons, and these drivers couldn't comprehend one. I'll just stick to what I'm good at. I'll just keep trucking and avoid going into the pits at the wrong time. Again.
Thanks for that, Caboose. Hopefully you don't pit at the wrong time again. A common issue with these Iron Paw drivers, unfortunately. And here is some track information for tonight's race. 4 turns, barely over half a mile. Turns are banked at 24 to 28 degrees. And we will have a caution at lap 100, 180, and 250. These will be forced cautions. I believe the pace car lights are off, so I believe we will be starting on this lap. So everyone, please prepare yourselves. Please be ready for this chaotic mess of a race. Or they could surprise me. We could not have any crashes tonight, and I would be very happy. We are starting, the cars are getting ready to go. Harris leading us off. And we are green. The race has begun. Harris with a considerable lead here, getting a nice head start. Aura following closely behind. Looking at Dusty and Sea-Dog racing side by side here. Kara's getting bonus points for leading the very first lap of the race. I believe we're in Lurky's car. Driving along here. And we got trouble in turn 3. Dre is flipped over already. Dre is flipped over. Lap 2 caution called already. Dre's car might be stuck here. Well, they did at least one lap without crashing. I'm pretty proud of them. Let's check out the replay here. Looking on board with Dre here, getting flipped over in turn 3 here. I believe Skella hit Dre from behind and caused a flip. Let's get another view here. Yep, Skella not braking and flipping Dre over. I believe this is the cause of what happened. Oniro ran into Neko here and caused a whole line of cars to slow down. On board with Skella here, looking at the flip. Kala almost getting hit there. Good reaction time. Very good reaction time. You see how many cars were slowed down due to the Dre's flip here. Looking a bit further back into the pack now. Look at how many cars ended up hitting each other, just having the brake. That was a decent amount of cars that have gotten into small little accidents, at least. Nothing major, but... I believe we're looking at the back view of Oniro's car here, looking at this line of cars that slow down on the top. We'll have to see how many cars were involved in a wreck this time. It looked to me at least 10. 17 cars involved in this wreck. I think Dre is the only one with actual, like, major damage. But everyone else has minor damage of some sort, at least. And Dre's gonna have to go into the backup car already on lap 2 of this 325 lap race. That's not gonna be good for Dre. Everything has to be repaired on the spot from now on. Gonna have Ba here. 1 lead lap bonus. Been in 3 crashes so far before today's race. 195 points. And it looks like we are getting ready to go green once again. I believe this lap we will be racing once again. It looks like the front pack didn't change too much position-wise. It looks mostly the same up here. Karis will be leading off this lap, and Dre is already in the backup car. Dre has pulled out the backup car, already hopped into it, and we are getting ready to go green once again. And Karis going off early. We are green. We are on lap 9 of this race, on board with Aura here. Look at how fast these cars take these turns. Look at Aura going as high up as possible here on that turn. We're on board here with Sarah, who's tipping over. We got a wreck in turn 3 again. Oh no! Big wreck turn 3. Big wreck turn 3. Oh jeez. David's stuck here, crashing into people. David is upset. David is upset right now. David is trying to flip Ba over. This is... Oh, we already got some drivers getting a little angry at each other, and we're only 10 laps into a race. We'll have to look back at the replay here and see what the hell happened. Looking at Sarah's flip once again, fully on board. Being flipped multiple times here. Looks like May and Sarah had contact, and that just caused everything to happen. We're gonna have many drivers going into their backup car already. Looking at Joe here behind Noella. Kashi's car, the winner of the last race, flipped over. Look at how many cars got piled up. Look at that Conchi's view here. Just being flipped over immediately. Right to Noella's bumper. We're on board with David here. Let's see what can happen. David got spun out. Macy lands on the roof. Oh! Oh, okay, David's a little pissed off. Launching Macy further down and crashing the car even more. Causing even more damage to the car. Looking at Rye here. Being tipped over. Ruining the bumper of Sonic's car a little bit. There's just so many cars. Once again, looking at David purposely crashing Mace even more, flipping it over Colin Barrett's car. Looking way further back in the pack now. See what the Snake Pizzy was up to. Unfortunately, running into the deer. Once again, Arya gets hit in the bumper of the car. 36 cars! More than half the field was in that wreck, in some sort. More than half. This is the most amount we've had in the Iron Paw series. 36 cars involved in this wreck. It would have been shorter to tell you how many cars weren't in that wreck. Looking at Sophie's car here, the first race they're in, already got involved in a wreck. A lap 10 wreck. And it looks like some drivers are already in their backup cars. Looking at Bud here in the pit lane. Multiple cars already 4 laps down or out of the race for repairs. I believe we're getting ready to go green once again. I believe we are getting ready, but so many cars are getting ready to go up back onto the racetrack right now. And we are going green, I think. We are! Harris is going. We are green once again. We got Ora and Yanni fighting for second place here. On board here with Cap, following behind the leaders. It looks like some drivers are on the track already that were involved in the last wreck. Ferret's merging in the traffic in the worst way possible. Rye's back in the race down there. Oh, little hit there from Stoffy, and we got another flip. Evan's flipped over, sliding down the track. That's gonna be yet another caution. Luckily, no one was hit except Ev. There wasn't a big pile up this time. It seemed to just be 2 drivers hitting each other there. We'll take another look at what happened here. A little hit there, and Ev trying to correct, and just gets flipped over and slides across the roof of the car. Sliding right back down the track, and everyone getting to avoid the wreck. I'm gonna say I don't think Ev did this on purpose. I think Stoffy went a little too low there out of the corner. It looks to me like Stoffy went too low. You can see some cars already slowing down, and I'm getting word that there is actually a second incident. Looking at David here, running into dots for no reason. A second incident in this wreck happening at the same exact time. I'm not sure why. There was no reason for that. I believe we're getting one final look here at the flip. Luckily, everyone was so far back, and the people that were close by actually braked in time. Only 4 drivers involved in this wreck. Stoffy, Ev, Dot, and David. And we are looking at how many drivers are possibly a lap down already, or even more. It looks to me around the 25th spot we already have people lapped down. The top 25 are the only drivers on the lead lap. Possibly even less. Looking further back on the scores here, some drivers are 4 laps down. Dodd's back in the pit lane after that collision with David. Looking at Ina's car here. 3 lead lap bonuses so far, 6 crashes so far, 157 points, looking for that first win. And I have received the word about Hitzip. Hitzip has parked the car and left already. Hitzip is done already. First race, they're out. This might be too chaotic of a track, and I understand. It is a very chaotic track. You know, maybe a little startup part here from Hitzip, trying to get just the money for starting the race. It doesn't want the car to crash. Perhaps saving this car for the next race. Look at how many cars are 5 laps down or even more. Tanuki's 6 laps down. We're only like 20 laps into this race. Mui's 7 laps down. I believe we will be going green this lap, though. Yeah, Hitzip has left the building already. We don't even have cameras on them anymore. We are getting ready. The pace car is in. We are green. Karis is getting an early start. Rico on the outside this time, not Aura. Annie on the inside trying to pass. All we need is a few laps. A few laps. Look at how fast these cars go around these turns. Cars on the outside line here is zooming through. Looking at Drake, who's already back on the track. Some cars going 3 wide up there. Not sure if I can recommend that, personally. And looking at NC here, driving along. You can see some cars getting loose already. We're only 29 laps into the race. Karis still with a considerable lead right now. Rico in second. And looking at Linko here, who was in the last race, flipping over multiple times at Pocono Raceway. Only with 2 points, beating David in the last race. Been in 4 crashes just from Pocono. We're gonna have to check out Hitzup's car and make sure they didn't take off with it as well. A lot of braking here in the turn 3. This top line's slowing down even more. As we ride along with Conchi here. Conchi, I believe, is also multiple laps down. And we are looking at the backside view of Karis's car here. Look at how far away Rico is. Rico is catching up, just a slight bit. Aura and Yanni fighting for 3rd place here. Cap in the 5th, Rie in 6th, and Cat Megabyte in 7th, it looks like. You see Aura getting the pass up here and going to 3rd. Now right behind Skella, who caused the first accident of the race. Up ahead you can see Kala and Spirit and Lurky. You see Joe at the top of your screen, the winner of the very first Iron Paw race. Now at the right side. Skella once again almost causing a wreck. Braking hard in front of Dot. Riding alongside here with Ba. Taking the inside line underneath Conchi here. Trying to get the pass. It looks like everyone's car looks to be in good shape, so many drivers are already in their backup car. Except Hitsit, who already left the arena. And looking at Dusty here, getting a pass on Ina. I'm not actually sure how they left the arena. I think they climbed over the fence. Actually, now that I think about it. So they might get a fine for that. We're on lap 44. There will be a caution at lap 100. And Rico is still catching up to Karis here. Trying to get the pass right now, going on the outside. Not this lap. Getting the pass now, at least. And getting those bonus points, in fact. Looking back at Macy here. Rico getting it, I believe their second time getting the lead lap bonus points. Looking on board with Kala here. In the Monster Energy car. One of the few sponsored vehicles we have. Unfortunately, can't get past Skella here. And we are on lap 50. That's half of the first segment of the race done. You look at all these cars slowly trying to get past each other. trying to make their way past. I'm looking at Oniro here. Oniro here, who has been in 6 crashes so far, has 138 points and has been in every race so far. No bonus points yet, though. And it looks like Skella is the first car a lap down. So if Skella stays 1 lap down, they will get the lap back on the caution lap coming up at lap 100. Or earlier. At any point, we could just see 20 cars flip over. Looking at Sea-Dog here, the runner-up from the last race and the Watkins Glen race. Taking the inside line around these turns. As Rie is on the outside. A lot of drivers fearing Rie, saying that Rie's been too calm. Something's up with that cat. I'm looking at Rico here, still with a considerable lead. Keep in mind, we're only in the very first part of the race. There's still plenty more to go. Looking on board with Aura here, following behind Cat Megabyte, trying to catch up to Rico, it looks like. Very close driving to the wall here. Looking at Ba and NC here, Howie and Mubi and Oniro and Sonic's up ahead. Yeah, we might have a few drivers get lapped, which is... Ooh. Looking at Dre's car here. 6 crashes so far before this race. No bonus points, 115 points altogether. Fortunately, Dre flipped in the very first wreck of today's race, so I don't think they're gonna be doing too good today. Looking at Joe here. Almost hitting Rico, it looks like. Rico's trying to pass by lap cars, and the lap cars are fighting back. But some of them are multiple laps down. And we look at Cat Megabyte going for the pass on Rico here to take the lead. Is Rico getting stopped by lap traffic? And we have a dog leading the race. Once again. Unfortunately, we have to navigate through all the lap traffic now. Some drivers actually getting out of the way. Kako moving to the inside line, letting Cat Megabyte go by. Conchi, notorious dog hater, putting up a fight. Looking at Dot's car here. 5 crashes so far, no bonus points, and 66 points. Unfortunately stuck behind Lynn right now. You see Reddy behind, and I believe Arya's behind. The big group of cars just all stuck together here. On board with Digital Basics car here, kind of all by themselves. We're on lap 68. Caboose and Hybrid getting too close, and we are on lap 69 now. Getting closer to lap 100. These drivers actually driving very well right now, surprisingly. Where were these drivers 60 laps ago? Maybe everyone saw Hit Zip climbing the fence, and they realized they needed to step it up a little bit. This is too chaotic of a race. We need to step it down a little. Conchi almost crashing into Macy there. Macy doing a little brake check on Conchi. And looking at Cat Megabyte finally getting past Conchi there, moving further on ahead. That car is looking real good today. We're looking at Aura and Cap fighting for a spot in this race right now. Aura on the outside line, Cap on the inside line. And we are looking at Mui's car, 118 points. It's been in 6 crashes so far in the last 4 races. No victories yet though. Only 1 lead lap bonus as well. Looking at Mubi and Digital Basic fighting for a spot here. Or Mubi's multiple laps down. I can't keep track of every single driver. Everyone's getting further and further spread apart in this race here. We're looking at the intro to turn 1, exit of turn 2. All the drivers racing pretty clean right now. Looking at Ina and Dusty fighting for a spot here. Dusty on the outside line. And we are on lap 80, only 20 more to go until the caution comes out. Unless there is a wreck before then, which is possible with how we saw these Iron Paw drivers earlier. Yeah, I don't think Hit Zip's coming back. I think they're out completely for this race. So, I think it's safe to say no one will lose completely. Looking at Chuko's car up ahead, that car is a little destroyed in the back if you notice it close up. And we are looking at Nosa trying to get the pass here. Looking up ahead at Rie trying to pass by Aura. Kara's falling back into, I believe, 5th place now. Or 6th or so. These drivers actually driving very cleanly as we look at Yanni here. Been in 4 races, no bonuses, no victories, and only been in 3 crashes so far. Not too many considering, or compared to other drivers. We actually have some nice clean racing going on for once. We got 13 more laps until the caution is called and the first segment of the race is completed. Looking at Rise Barnyard / Doom car here. move to a different spot of the track. We can see MC Mouse and Sonic's fighting for a spot here. Some nice clean driving from every single driver right now suddenly. On board with Caboose from earlier in the show, saying how they were gonna bring a truck and drive right through the competition. Unfortunately, in 52nd place, 6 laps down. We got 8 more laps left until the caution is called, and the drivers are all grouped up together again. We are on board with Cat Megabyte, who is currently in the lead. Look at this dog driving right now. The skills on display here from this dog is impressive. Trying to pass by and lap even more people. Looking at Decaf here. 87 points, and only been in 4 crashes. No bonus points at all, though, and no victories. I'm looking at Ev back out on the track already after that flip earlier. Sophie flipping Ev, I believe. We got 4 laps left until the caution is called. If there is a wreck now, that will count for this first segment of the race caution. And look at this, times up at the top. Some drivers already 10, 12 seconds behind. This dog in first place is zooming across this track. Cat Megabyte's car is looking pretty good out here tonight. And we are on the last lap before the caution is called. So, Cat Megabyte will be in the lead for this fourth caution of the race, rather. And all the drivers are grouped back together. Chuko's car a little messed up. So is Oniro's. Perhaps now is the time for some of these drivers to repair their car. I believe we'll be taking a look back at some of the wrecks from earlier in this first segment of the race. Gonna Cat Megabyte catch up to our pace car driver. Everyone's starting to catch back up. Three wrecks in the first segment of the race. 3 total wrecks already. We can only hope the second segment of the race goes better. It looks like a lot of drivers coming in the pit lane, getting some new tires and fuel. Looking at Karis here, going into the pit stall, on board with Cap. All the leaders deciding to pit. Looks like Cat Megabyte is out of pit lane first. Once again, that dog is zooming through everything. Looking at Aura lead pit lane here. I believe they're in 4th or 5th now. All these drivers coming in. for, Ooh, we got Kanchi and Oniro colliding a little bit. Whoa! Oniro almost spinning out Kanchi! What's going on there?
What's going on? What's going on? What? I don't understand what's going on here.
Me neither. What happened there? Why was Oniro trying to spin out Kanji? Uh-oh. Rie closing in on Oniro here. Backing off a little bit.
Give me a break.
So many people still going in a pit lane for new tires and fuel, causing this caution lap to go even longer.
I don't understand what's going on here.
Rie now behind Oniro in this race. This is not what Oniro wants to see, for sure. And it looks like Rie is actually leading the race now. Perhaps choosing not to go in the pit lane.
Give me a break. Give me a break.
Yeah, this is not what you want to see behind you, is Rie's car closing in on you slowly. It looks like the drivers are still sorting out the positions of where they should start the next restart at. Kanchi might be hunting down Oniro, for all we know. A lot of drivers still not in the right position, so he can't restart the race until they do that.
What's going on? What's going on? I don't understand. I don't understand.
Looking at the top here, Kako is 8 laps down. Or the most laps down out of anyone active on the track. And looking at Popcorn's car here, only been in 2 races and got a lead lap bonus. Been in only 1 crash so far. I think Spirit's trying to merge back in the traffic, but not sure why. And looking at David here, a little aggressive today, and we are looking back at some wrecks from earlier in this race. Looking at Dre flipping again.
Understand what's going on here.
Dre flipping, causing the first caution of the race from Skella flipping them over. Many cars involved in this first wreck, but only Dre getting major damage. You can see all the cars unfortunately breaking and hitting each other. Nothing too major, but I believe we're looking at the second caution now. The Noella cam. And looking at Macy here, look at what David does here. Why did David do this? Just crashes Macy even more, flipping them over Kala and 2 Farron's car. There's no reason for that. And looking at the third wreck from this segment of the race, Ev being flipped over, luckily not hitting anyone. And then this random collision at the same time. We might have to talk to David about this aggression. There's so much aggression coming out of that cat right now. And I believe we're finally getting ready to go. We are getting ready to go green once again. Rie's in the lead, Dusty in second. We are green. Lap 113. Took us 13 laps to get in the order. Will Rie get the lead this lap? And Rie is crossing the finish line and gets the bonus 10 points. Looking further back, Rico is... that car is messed up. The right front is very low to the ground. They are calling the caution. Is something wrong with Rico? Oh. 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 Linko spun out. We got multiple cars flipped over down at the bottom of your screen. Noella's flipped. O'Nero's crashed. We're gonna need a replay on this one. What the hell happened? How did so many cars have an issue at the same time? Alright, so Rico crashes in the Cat Megabyte. The car is just screwed. That right tire is not even moving. That right front tire broke completely. Looking at what happened here. It looks like Sea-Dog and Mecha had a collision and flips over, crashes into people, goes over Linko's car. Sea-Dog actually looks to be the cause of this wreck. Going too low there out of turn 4. It looks like Linko spinning out caused the pileup. Spun out here in the entrance of turn 1. Let's look a little further back. On board with Tanuki here, you can see all these cars starting to slow down. On board with Noella here. Let's see what happened to Noella. Braking, and rear-ended. And then flipped over. Oh, you hate to see that. Let's get a further back view. Oh, Nero crashing, I believe, Yashi into Noella there. Yeah, that was Yashi and Oniro. And Nosa flipped over too. Noella's car did a little bounce there. Do you see that? Little anchor bounce there. And at Yashi's view here, just flipped over immediately. There's that bounce. Wow, 16 cars in this wreck. Rico in their own little wreck of their own with Sea-Dog. And then we had the... No, I'm sorry, Rico and Cat Megabyte actually. Oh. And then we had the Mecha and Sea-Dog collision, which caused a pile-up into turn 1. We're gonna have to see how many of these drivers can get back onto the track now with these broken cars. It looks like we have 21 cars on the lead lap now. Rico is out right now, so is Yashi and Oniro. Getting repairs or going to their backup car, one of the two. Kanchi's back out. Yeah, poor Linko. Constantly getting into wrecks, not even their own fault. The number 69 car with 6 crashes so far, no bonus points or victories. Not a singular bonus point for that car. I believe we might be going green. They are getting ready to go green. We are getting ready. We are going green. And Rie going for the slow start. We are green. Lap 121. Rie zooming right now. Looking back at Ora here, a little further back than they were the last couple of times we looked at them. I believe Dusty might have scraped the wall there a little bit. We're looking at these top 10 drivers or so, trying to get first here. Whoa, we got a little slowdown here in the back area of the track. I think Chuko slowed down a little bit. On board with, I believe, David. Next to Ba. And we are on lap 125. We got 200 more to go. Looking at Decaf's car. Going down turn 3, on board with Chuko here. Spinning out and the starting line flipped over. Chuko's crashed. We have a big pile up at turn 1. Big pile up turn 1. Joe's flipped, Aria's flipped. I believe Dre is flipped again, on board with David here. Crashing into Bob. David, calm down. It's okay. We're on another caution lap. Look at how many cars got flipped over and crashed here. Abby running into Joe for no reason there. Dangerous, hitting the roof of the car. It looks like Abby's coming in for repairs. We'll have to see what the hell happened. Pay attention to Chuko's car. Another collision with Staffy here. Crashing in the caboose and spinning out. Staffy causing another pileup. Or another wreck. Sorry. Look at all these cars flipping over. We'll see what happened to David here. Crashing into the deer, spinning out. Dave crashed. Kala flipped. And then this uncalled for hit on Butt here. David really needs to calm down. Looking at Kala's view here in the Monster Energy car. Just flipped immediately. Stopped only by Maeve's car being flipped over. It looks like Skella flipped over Kala. That's what it looks like to me. Another flip caused by Skella. Pay attention to the left side here and look at Skella just flipped Kala. And Linko flipped over for no reason. Look at how many cars were just flipping with no reaction. Can't react to that. Kadri doing a little bounce this time too. We'll have to see how many cars were involved in this wreck. You can see the leaders coming up onto this big pile of not knowing what to do. 28 cars involved in that wreck. I believe some of the lead cars even collided with each other, braking. So a couple of them coming in the pit lane, getting repairs. 28 cars in this wreck. Almost half the field. And I believe we're going green already. Man, they cleared that wreck up fast. We are getting ready. We are green. Once again, lap 131. Once again, going green. Can we go more than 2 laps? Cat Megabyte zooming along here, lurking in second, Karis in third, I believe. Looking here at Sarah and Mui. Sarah colliding Mui? Whoa, damn! That was sick! Unfortunately, that was a flip, so the caution is called. That was sick as hell, though. I believe they did 1.5 laps. We'll have to look at the replay and see that cool flip again, though. That might be the perfect landing I've ever seen. Maeve. It looks like Sarah caused that one. Going too high up into that turn there. On board here with Mui. Damn! That was pretty sick. Yeah, this is all on Sarah here. This is all on Sarah. A little disappointed in that all right now. See Mui's flip. Can we get a slow-mo? Here we go. Look at this. Look at this car! Damn! And we got 3 cars involved in this wreck. Only 3, luckily. Only Sarah, Maeve, and Mui. And the cars are lining up again. We have cars in the double digits of lap downs now. As we look further back here. Caboose 17 laps down. Let's see what the most laps down is. Noella 26. I believe Reddy is out of the race as well. Unfortunately. So we have 2 cars out of the race completely. We are going green yet again. We are, once again, we are going green. Lap 139. On board here with Lurky trying to catch up to Cat Megabyte, who's still in the lead. Lap 141 now. Looking at Pasta, and we have wreck in turn 1! Pasta flipped over! Macy crashed! Oh, Pasta is pissed off! Crashing into the bird, trying to flip the car! What are you doing? Damn! We have some aggressive drivers out tonight. We'll have to see what the hell happened. Bird crashes in the Yanny, Bird flips over, crashes in the Rye. Huge pile-up starting. Tanuki being flipped over. Pasta flipped over. Bird actually landing on all 4 wheels until Pasta decides to do this. Pasta purposely trying to flip over Bird. And look at how many cars flipped over. Joe landing on top of Cap's car here. Look at Chuko here. Crashing into Linko, flipping over Linko, crashing into Aura. Trying to flip over Aura's car. Trying more to flip over Aura's car. And Joe bouncing on the Cap's car. Let's look at Cap's car here and see Joe landing on the roof. Damn. We're on board with Dre, I think, here, just crashing into Chuka. God, so many cars. Chuko crashing into Popcorn as well there, only just noticing that now. Whoa! Even our camera operator couldn't handle that wreck. 33 cars! More than half yet again. More than half the field once again in this wreck. Many cars involved in multiple wrecks as well tonight. They can't be driving the best shaped cars right now. Looks like multiple cars back out in the pit lane or getting repaired in the garage. Noella's still out there, 26 laps down. And Lurky will be leading this lap as we get ready to go green. We are going once again. And we are green again. Lap 146, the caution comes out at lap 180. So they only have to do about 30 laps or so. Lurky in first, Ina in second, Ba in third, Karis fourth. And we have multiple cars coming back out onto the track. You see Popcorn coming back onto the track there. And we are on lap 149. 31 to go until the next caution comes out. And Ina looking for the pass here for first, getting the lead there on that. Getting the bonus points as well. Ina now in first place. Looking back further here. Joe getting repaired after landing on Cap's car. I believe that's Chuko up ahead also getting repaired after that wreck. I could be wrong on that one. Looking at Pasta and Catboy Aoi racing back a few laps down. And yep, that is Chuko in pit lane getting repaired. Hachi going back onto the track finally. And we look at NC here, been in 8 crashes so far before today's race. 71 points. No bonus points or victories. Ina still leading the race right now. It's Hybrid's trying to get a lap back. Hybrid getting at least 1 lap back. I don't know if they're multiple laps down or only 1. And looking at Cat Megabyte. We're on lap 158. We are closing in on that next forced caution lap. And just as a reminder, if Bod does win this race, they get an extra 40 points because they started at 59th. We are on lap 161 soon. Right now. Looking at the 2 dogs racing back to back here. Almost side to side. Looking at Pizzy's stats here. 3 crashes so far. Not too many compared to some other drivers. 2 lead lap bonuses, pretty good in fact. Unfortunately, 10 laps down right now. So all these Iron Paw drivers are gonna have to be careful of all these lap cars possibly blocking their way. As we look further back at the top, you can see some cars are already 20 plus laps down. Almost into the 30s. Joe is 31 laps down. And Reddy and Hitsip have both left the arena. They don't even want to be here anymore, or their cars have taken too much damage. Looking at Dusty here. Ooh, Barrett and I believe David getting loose off of turn 4 there. We got only 11 laps to go until the next caution is called. And Rico seems to be back on the track as well after that hit with the wall earlier, completely destroying their tire. Looking at Bird here, 2 lead lap bonuses, only 3 crashes. Not too bad, but no victories yet. But pretty high up in the points. And we have less than 10 more laps until the caution comes out. Looking at Cap here on the inside. Not holding a good line there on the inside, unfortunately. And Ina very far ahead right now. Almost getting ready to lap traffic. catching up to Rie over there, who is 5 laps down. So I'm not sure how much this is needed, but, you know, could pass Rie. We're on lap 174 here, 175. Ina typing while driving. Not recommended on this short of a track. Looking at Cal's car here. 1 lead lap bonus, I believe, from the very first Daytona race. Only been in 3 crashes. Only 3. And we are closing in on the next forced caution. Only 1 lap to go as soon as Ina crosses this line here. And we're done with the second segment of the race. Ina crossing the line. Maeve couldn't get the pass back. The caution is called. We are lining up once again. There were 4 wrecks in this segment of the race. 4. All pretty major, to be honest. Mostly major. Mui did a sick flip. The other 3 were pretty major. We'll have to look back at all these wrecks from this segment of the race. As all these cars line back up again behind the pace car. And it looks like Yanni is the first car lap down, only in 14th. And let's take a look back at this first incident from lap 114. All these cars, unfortunately, getting flipped over. Yashi, unfortunately, being launched into Noella by Oniro, flipping both of them over. I believe this is the lap 126 wreck on board with Kala here. Look at how many cars collide here. Kala only stopped by the flip car of Maeve. So many cars. And look again at this flip. Almost a perfect landing. Whoa! Aura. Look at Joe's flip car down there. So many cars involved in wrecks this time. How many cars are on the lead lap right now? Let's find out. Only 12 cars right now are on the lead lap. Only 12. And they are lining up. We'll have to see if any more of them go a lap down or not. I believe we will be getting ready to go green soon. Look at how many laps some people are down right at the top of your screen there. Some people are already 18, 20. Puko in 45th, 20 laps down. This is just a fight for points at this point. You just want to stay in the race and get a good finishing position. Even if you get like 16th, you'll be like 10 laps down, but you'll still get a lot of points out of it. And Ina is leading as we get ready to go green again. We are going, Ina, with the early start. We are green again. Ma in second. Lurky is slowing down considerably here. Lap 188. The next caution will be at lap 250. Looking at Ev here. Getting a little loose off of turn 4 there. Bud driving right behind Mewy. Mewy's car is still messed up from that flip. Riding along here with Movie, who sees Ev flipping. Ev is flipping into Movie's car. Movie hitting the wall, and that's going to be a caution called. What? Who flipped Ev over again? Oh, that car is not going anywhere. Yeah, that car is not moving. Who flipped Ev again? I'll have to check the replay. Let's see what happened. Crashing into Movie and Skella. Skella finally getting some karma back for flipping so many people over. What the hell happened? Ev and Ambi colliding. Very scary if you're behind these drivers. Jeez. That was a hard collision into the wall there from Ev, too. That was not a light tap. That was direct into the wall. Look at how hard this hit is on the wall. And that was direct on the roof, too. You see Ev flipping now, crashing in the Movie, hitting Skella. Four cars involved. Luckily not too many. I believe Tanuki also got hit, but they're gonna have to check the replay on that one. And it looks like Bob will be leading this lap actually. Not Ina. Ina going further back, possibly getting fresh tires and a refill on fuel. And we are going green again, I think. We are going green! Lap 196. That was fast. I don't think they even checked on Ev. I think Ev might still be climbing out of the car. And they only need to go to lap 250. Only 250 until the next caution is called, and then we will be entering the last segment of the race after lap 250. Going 3 wide here at Bristol. Not sure if I recommend going 3 wide on this track. Looking at Riot's stats here, very disappointing. This car is messed up. Looks like Arya is falling behind Riot right now. I think we're on board with Sea Dog currently. From spot number 15 back, they are at least 4 laps down, possibly more. Again, this is just a survival. You do the best you can tonight, just get the points. Look at Ina here, dealing with some lap traffic. Maka's car here, the number 11, only 1 lead lap bonus, but been in 5 crashes, and I believe 4 of them were from the Auto Club Speedway. Constantly crashing people that race. Looking at Pasta here. And Noza. You can see Chuko back on the track up ahead. We're at lap 207. Almost 40 laps to go until the next caution is forced down. Looking at Popcorn and Rie driving side by side here out of turn 4. To Leo's car here, 162 points. 1 lead lap bonus, I believe, from Daytona, and only been a 1 crash, the lowest out of everyone so far. But this is before today's race. The numbers will change heavily, I'm sure. And looking at the top, you can see Joe is back getting repaired. Not out of the race, but currently back in pit lane, getting more repairs done to the car. Ooh, Kanchi getting a little loose there in the middle of turn 3 and 4. Cap stuck behind Noello right now. Possibly an opening now. The bunnies side by side. And we have 36 more laps if they don't crash. 36, 35 more. Looking at Owie, Dot, and Caboose here. Dot, unfortunately, in 51st, with being 25 laps down. Caboose 26 laps down. I believe Owie is about 20 or so. Looking at Boss, still in first right now. Unfortunately, now in lap traffic hell. And I think Yanni's trying to pass by Deba here to get a lap back. They're only 2 laps down. If they pass by Deba, then they'll only be 1 lap down. Or his stats here, only been in 3 crashes. No bonus points or victories. Yeah, lap 219. Everyone's kind of spread far apart right now. No one's driving side. Not many are driving side by side, I should say. I think they might race this cleanly until the next caution is called. Go in the 24 car. And it looks like Ev is still on pit lane alongside Joe. And Cat Megabyte is closing in on Deba right now, only 0.1 second away from passing. Yeah, Ev's car is still getting repaired right now. Looking at Bud here. No one nearby currently. In 18th, with being 5 laps down. 18th, but you're also 5 laps down. Looking up ahead, from Owie's point of view, you can see Chuko very hungry. And it looks like Yanni is still trying to fight to get the lap back. We'll have to see by the time the caution comes out. Did we lose points on more laps we're down? No. Just finishing position. Just what spot you're in. Yanni's still fighting for this lap back. We'll have to look at the scores, but I believe Yanni finally got the lap back. Looking at Ba here trying to catch up the Cat Megabyte, and Yanni is up ahead, now only 1 lap down. Is Ev's car still being repaired in the pit lane? It is not. Ev is 44 laps down, Joe is 52 laps down, and they're both out on the track. The top 10, only a 10-second difference. Only 12 cars are on the lead lap. Only 12. Looking at Tanuki's car here. No bonus points at all. 4 crashes though. 4 crashes so far for the Tanuki. Right in behind Bird here, who was involved in the lap 141 wreck. Riding on board with Karis here, who I believe is in the top 10 if I remember correctly. Yeah, in 7th place currently right now. A lot of the top 10 drivers just waiting for the next caution to come out, so they can all group back up together. Unfortunately, that means ooh! Almost a collision there. Cat Megabyte almost taken out by Dodd there. Deva is definitely going to take advantage of this. I think Caboose also tried to hit Cat Megabyte there. And we got 11 laps to go until the next caution is out. Unless there's a wreck soon, then that'll count. Pasta and Linko side by side here. Digital Basic in 3rd, Maka 4th, Flurky 5th. That's your top 5 right now. We are on lap 242, we got 8 more to go. You see Cat Megabyte trying to pass by Deva again. On the outside is Joe, the 2 dogs trying to possibly wreck Deva somehow. Joe is getting awfully close to the bumper of Deva there. Bob pulling on through though. Riding along here with Cat Megabyte. Joe is 51 laps down for the record. Looks like Mouse is pulling in right before the caution comes out. Not sure the strategy there. I think the front end of the car is a little messed up. Maybe that's why. Getting some early repairs done. And looking back at David's car, he needs to go to anger management after today's race, I think. Incredibly aggressive today, running in the cars for no reason, flipping over Macy for no reason, crashing into the backside of Bob after the wreck happened. Looks like Mouse is back on the track already. Not sure what the pit stop was for. And we have 1 lap left until the final forced caution of the night. And Cat Cat Megabyte will be your leader as we have our final force caution at lap 250. Let's take a look back at the wreck from this segment of the race. Looking at Ev being flipped here by running into Ambi, landing on Moogie's car. Not on, to the side, sorry. So you look back here at Skella getting hit by Ev flipping. The front end of Skella's car being damaged. That's a hard hit right there. I'm surprised Ev is even like back out on the track. That was to the roof of the car too. That wasn't a small collision. Looking at David falling behind Bug, who David crashed into earlier after the wreck happened. That car is messed up. Look at this car. How are you driving this around? The tires are super exposed. It's all destroyed. Looks like BCAP going in the pit stalls now. So how are you guys enjoying the race so far? What do you think of this chaotic Bristol Motor Speedway race? Unfortunately, Hitsip already typing from their hotel room. Not racing around the track. Having some issues here. Yanni can't get past Kanchi. Kanchi finally letting Yanni go by. Cars gotta line back up together. We need everyone in a good order. I believe Cat Megabyte will be your leader when we go green. We are entering the final segment of the race. The final laps. When they go green, I believe it'll be 75 more laps. Possibly less. Probably more like 70. Is there anyone in the top 15 or so that you all are rooting for? You can see a good chunk of them right now. Well, you could have. You can see at the top of your screen now who's in the top 15 or so. And what the hell is Yanni doing? Why did what? We're gonna have to penalize Yanni for that. Yanni just drove past the whole field and is going around again. Technically they are in the lead, but they're about to get a penalty for doing whatever the hell that was. And we are going green! We are green. The final force caution is done. Cat Megabyte is in the lead. We got Cat Megabyte, Deva, Digital Basic, Lurky, and then I believe that's Sonic, right? Yeah, that is Sonic's car there. Okay. Yanni in the pit stalls after getting a penalty. It's only a stop and go, luckily. So they'll be going right again once they stop. I'm not sure why the hell they did that, to be honest. Yanni is a little crazy. As we look at the rest of the field, NC and Aura side by side. Behind them is Ba. Possibly on the inside here, making it 3 wide. NC brake checking Ba. Ba luckily hitting the brakes fast enough. Not bored with Ba right now. On the inside of NC, trying to get by. And we are looking at Dre's car once again. In pretty good condition compared to way earlier in the race on lap 2. We are at lap 268, 269. We are nearing the 300 lap mark. After that, there's only 25 to go. And a nice pass on the outside there. Unfortunately, Eno with a good inside line there. Eno driving pretty smoothly on the inside line right now. Looking back at David's car. This messed up car. We're on board with Kako here behind Sea Dog. You see Pizzy up ahead and Rai up ahead. Movie on the outside. Now the real question is, can these drivers actually not crash until the end of the race? Can they keep it nice and clean until then? There's not too much of the race left. We are almost with 50 to go. Looking at Mouse here, behind 2 Ferrets and Dusty. What a dangerous race today has been. All these cars getting into multiple wrecks. Some cars just beat up. Everyone pretty much went into their backup car, it feels like. I believe we're on board with Stoffy here. As we enter in the lap 277. Riding along with Popcore here. Going on the inside of Ev here, who I am amazed Ev is back out on this track. Driving that car. How they managed to repair it and how Ev is even driving it is impressive. Maka on the inside here of Ev. Linko behind Popcore. We look at Cat Megabyte now. This dog is going so fast. As we enter in the lap 281. Cat Megabyte pretty far up ahead on the compared to the rest. Lap 282. Catching up to the back of the pack over there, about ready to lap some more cars. Looking at Digital Basic, Karis, Lynn, Soul, and Stoffy here. We enter into turn 1. Lynn doing a little brake check. Going down in Digital Basic, catch first into the wall. We have another pile up. Many cars involved in this one. That was a turn straight into the wall. I'm not sure why Lynn decided to do that. They were in the lead. They were two of the lead cars. Look at this. This was perfect. This was on purpose. That was a direct left turn into Digital Basic there. Why would he do that? Crashing into Orleans there. Or not Orleans. Orleans crashing into O'Neill there. Sorry. Look at that! Okay, let's look at this replay again. Look at this. Just turned straight into the wall. Engine destroyed. And Miui getting an extra hit in too. Miui's car is already beat up enough that it really needs the extra hit. Let's get a good view. Look at this direct left turn. I think what happened is Lynn and Digital Basic collided, and Lynn took out the frustration and just crashed Digital Basic the second time they collided. Look at how many cars spun out here. Kala almost flipped over. Decaf spun around. Noella spun around. "21 cars!" Because 80% of them didn't break. Jeez. That's 2 of the leaders taken out. As well, with Digital Basic and Lynn. Both getting into a collision there. In the final laps too. I believe we're going green this lap. We don't have too much left. We are going green. And we are going. Cat Megabyte going for the latest start possible. Lap 289. There's not too much of this race left. And we are on 290, so 35 laps to go. Yeah, Digital Basic now 4 laps down because of that incident. But still in the top 20. Not too bad, all things considered. If you look at Inya here, looking back at Kanshi's view here, looking at Caboose. Looks like Deba is fighting for first here, and Ina on the inside going for third. Ina's catching up to first and second right now. Look at this car! This car is zooming right now. And Deba moving up from 59th to 2nd. Very impressive. As we look at Karis here, a bit further back, in 11th right now, still on the lead lap. And we are going 4 wide at Bristol. Don't go 4 wide. Oh no! Karis spun out. Don't go up the track. Okay, Karis went up the track. Caution has been called. The caution called. Karis went onto the track. 10 cars on the lead lap now. Why would you go 4 wide at Bristol? Why would you do this? That's crazy. These drivers are insane doing this. Yeah, Karis unfortunately just in the wrong spot there. Did nothing wrong. That was all Conchi decaf, really. Well, Nero didn't even do anything wrong there. It was also just in the wrong spot. So you look at Chuka, who's watching all of this. Well, Nero keeping it under control. Oh, I see! Movie's down there! Karis was trying to crash in the movie, I think. Unfortunately, there's a concrete wall in between. As we look here, Karis, Oniro, Conchi, and Decaf in this wreck. Lynn getting the lap back, it looks like. There is not much of this race left. We are nearing the end. Cars are lining up double file now. We are getting ready to go next time they come around. Noella 30 laps down, M 44 laps down, Joe 51 laps down. What a mess of a race today. And we are getting ready to go yet again. And Cat Megabyte with the early start, we are green. 24 laps to go. Deva and Cat Megabyte side by side, Bob getting the lead with 23 laps to go. Ina going as high as possible on these turns. Zooming past those two. I think they didn't refuel and get fresh tires, so that puts Ina in the lead now. Yanni right behind. We look at Arya here. What the hell? Deer? I think there's engine troubles with the Deer mobile. The car is slowing down too much. They are gonna call a caution if, okay, crashes in the lane. They have called a caution. Arya has gone too slow onto the track and held up too many people. Something happened with Arya's car. You know, Arya might have shut the engine off. There might be a little conspiracy going on here. trying to help Ina get the victory. Causing another caution. Okay, it was actually a collision. My conspiracy was not true. However, Arya does smack in the Lin here for no reason. Not sure what the point of that was. See how hard this hit was on the wall. Yeah, that was a pretty hard hit. Okay. Yeah, Arya having to slow down because the car can't turn or anything anymore. Only 3 cars in this wreck. We got Ina in first, Andy second, Stoffy third, Dusty fourth. Sonic's in 5th place. Khalil in 6th, Mika 7th, Lurky is in 8th, Lynn is in 9th, and Cat Megabyte in 10th, and that is your top 10, the only cars on the lead lap. That's it. Only 10 cars on the lead lap as we enter, hopefully, the last part of the race. And I believe we are going green. They are getting ready. We are going green for hopefully the last time. We are green. You know, with the early start. 15 laps to go. $15 laps to go right now. Yanni's trying to catch up here. Sophie trying to catch up to those two. Talil and Sonic's fighting for 5th right now. Dusty's slowing down considerably. The top 3 zooming on ahead. $13 laps to go. Looking at Lurky's car here behind Sonic's. And look at how clean Ina is making these turns around the track right now. Barely letting off the gas. We got 11 laps to go. 11 laps left. Ina in the lead. Chuko's still hungry. Almost a collision there. Spear getting a little too close. Annie and Stoffy and Dusty and Salil only have 10 laps left. 9 laps to make something happen. Looking at Sea-Dog here, the runner-up the last race, behind David and D-Cat. Rie behind Nui. Pasta, big braking there, not sure what happened. I do believe if a caution gets called now, that might be the end of the race. So these drivers better be extra careful up front. Looking back at Yanni there in second. 6 laps to go. Ina's still in the lead. Going down turn 3 and 4. Five laps to go. 5 laps to go in this race. Looking at Chuko here. Ina's so far ahead. 4 laps to go. You can't even see. Okay, now you can see other cars on your screen. 3 laps to go. If a caution gets called now, it's definitely over. Another driver's a second and a half behind. 2 laps to go. 2 laps to go. Yanni trying to catch up. The final lap. Ina's already celebrating in the car. Telling the crew how good they did as Ina comes around. Coming down pit road. What are you doing? The race isn't over! Yanni wins! I don't believe it! I don't believe it! I don't believe it! The white flag was waving so clearly! I don't believe it! I don't believe it! Yanni wins the race! Ina now in 9th. Yanni is about ready to park the car and run out. I don't even think they're gonna celebrate. Ina, just like the 1994 Bristol race, history repeats itself, and Ina throws the race in the same exact way. Almost to the day. Insane. We're not even gonna get a celebration from Yanni, they're running for it. Yanni jumped out of the car and is running out of... They're taking the win and leaving. I think that'll be it for tonight's race. We'll see you next time. We'll take a look at the point standings, but we'll see you next race. Bye, everyone.